We begin, though, this Thursday morning with the staff members and students from Shandyhook Elementary School heading back to class for the first time this morning since that tragic shooting last month. NBC's Rahema Ellis is in Monroe, Connecticut. Rahema, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. The media is being kept about 3 miles from the school as district officials try to get these kids back to a normal routine, but they won't return to the school where the tragedy occurred. Volunteers worked for several days, transforming a former middle school in a neighboring town into a place that looks familiar for nearly 500 Shandyhook Elementary School students.
At one point, there were 80 people in the building, cleaning up the building, doing the kinds of things, painting to make it really look cheerful and happy.
They brought the children's desks, book bags, and jackets about 7 miles from their Newtown school. They've even renamed the new building Shandyhook Elementary.
We will go to our regular schedule and do the kinds of things that we know are good for kids.
Some comfort for anxious parents like Andrew Paley, whose 2 young sons survived the shooting.
The teachers themselves, the ones I talked to, I think they're putting on a good show, and they've got smiles on their faces, and I know that they're excited to see the kids and they're excited to get back. But obviously, they've got emotions running high, I'm sure.
Parents, teachers, and students toured the building Wednesday under a heavy police presence.
Right now, it has to be the safest school in America.
Authorities say increased security will be in place for days to come. And to help the children through this day, parents will be allowed to accompany their children in the school today. Matt?
And we wish them all our best. Rahema, thank you very much.
We're going to begin today with a very poignant day for the survivors of the Shandyhook school shooting in Connecticut, preparing now to return to classes for the first time since the tragedy. Classes actually resume tomorrow, but today families will get a first look at the new location, the previous Chalk Hill Middle School in nearby Monroe, just a few miles from Newtown. A meticulously renovated school the students will now attend, and ABC's Amy Robach is in Monroe this morning to show us. Good morning to you, Amy.
Josh, good morning to you. We're just down the street from Chalk Hill School, and we understand some families here, in an effort to show support to those students from Shandyhook who will be returning to school tomorrow morning, they have lined the street, the bus route, with green ribbons to make them feel the support of this community as they head back into the halls of a classroom. We also know that there is a new sign up on Chalk Hill Middle School. It now reads Shandyhook Elementary School, and as students go to class tomorrow, many of them will see a familiar face. Their former principal, Donna Page, who retired back in 2010, will be greeting them at the door. Also, we know that school officials and teachers have been getting those classrooms ready and really focusing on every last detail, making sure backpacks and desks, even the placement of crayons, is exactly as those students left them on that day back on December 14th, so that they feel some sense of familiarity in their surroundings. We also know from the school superintendent there will be counselors on hand. The focus will obviously be academics. They want to get students back to learning, teachers back to teaching, but they want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable. And I think one of the most important things we heard yesterday from a town official, Josh, he said to ABC News, this will be the safest school in America. Josh?
That is very good news. We wish them all the very best. Thank you for that, Amy.